Hey, what is up guys? So a bunch of new stuff got leaked and is now shown, so let's go ahead and check it out and then we'll talk a little bit about it. If you guys want to read everything, I'll post the links down below in the description box. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out some of the new Ancient Gear support. So the first card we're going to be checking out is the Antique Gear Wyvern or Ancient Gear Wyvern. So it's a level 4 machine type that has 1700 attack, and its effect is that you can only use the first effect of it once per turn. This card is normal or special. You get to add one Ancient Gear card from your deck to your hand, except for the same copy of itself. Also, you cannot set cards for the rest of this turn. And then the second effect is, if this card attacks your opponent, cannot activate monster effects until the end of the damage step. So that's pretty good. Can kind of deal with some of those floater cards. Although, let's be realistic, like, what deck is really setting cards? I mean, I know there's the Metamorphosis Yang Zings, but for the most part, most meta decks these days are not set card pass. Like, it just doesn't happen. So, for the most part, I feel like that bonus effect where they can't activate anything, it's definitely good, but it's not too viable right now in the game. But looking at the effect of it, it's a really, really insane effect. But then it has that downside. So overall, I think the card is pretty decent. It all depends on what support we get for the Ancient Gears, but the card is insane. Like, it's definitely a very, very good card. And then next up we have the Ancient Gear Hydra. So it's got 2700 attack, and if you guys didn't know, like, the old Ancient Gears, the whole idea was to tribute someone through the gadgets. But now, if you're tributing a gadget monster, and this one doesn't have to be like red, green, or blue, or like orange, purple, you know, it just has to be a gadget monster. So it could be silver, it could be the gold gadget, and stuff like that. Anyways, that's how the old Ancient Gear archetype was, like, you know, I guess it's like creation was that you would tribute the gadgets to get out this Ancient Gear that did different effects and stuff like that. But anyways, if this card is tribute summoned by tributing an Ancient Gear monster at the end of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent's monster, but the opponent's monster was not destroyed by the battle, you can banish that opponent's monster. So it's a decent little effect. And the second effective is this: if this card is tribute summoned by tributing a gadget monster, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. And the third effective is, if an Ancient Gear monster you control attacks, your opponent cannot activate monster effects or spell and trap cards until the end of the damage step. Unfortunately, it doesn't have 3100 attack. If it was 31, it would get over like pretty much most of the things in the game. But I feel like that's the only downside really to this card. Is it's just short of having good enough attack to deal with like the Dark Destroyer and like just so many other cards in the game. But maybe they did that on purpose. But I still think it's a decent card. Like, it's not bad at all. But like I said, it all depends on what other support comes out for the Ancient Gears. But like this card already, the Wyvern is already looking like it could potentially be really, really strong. The next cards that we're going to be taking a look at, there's a lot of stuff just mixed in here. But anyways, we got the Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon. So it's level 8 Dark Fusion, 3000 attack. Requires one Pendulum Dragon monster and then one Warrior type monster. So when this card is fusion summoned, you can make the attack of all monsters your opponent currently controls 0, but other monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn. This was a decent little effect. And the second effect is negate the activated effects of all monsters with 0 attack. So basically, it negates everything and it makes everything 0 attack. That's really good. Definitely a good card. And then at the end of the damage step, this card attacks an opponent's monster, but the opponent's monster was not destroyed by battle, you can banish that. Like, I don't know what are they gonna come out with? It's like, is everyone maybe everyone OCG playing Martial Blondes? I don't know. Like, why do they have to have that effect? I mean, it's gonna negate all the effects anyways. So like, even if they have that effect where it cannot be destroyed by battle, it doesn't matter because you're gonna make everything 0 and you're gonna negate their effects anyways. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely better to have that effect than not to have it. But I just feel like whatever. Anyways, next up we got the Dragon Calling Magician. So 2400 attack, pendulum scale of 2, and it is a level 7. So anyways, once per turn you can target one face-up monster. Its type becomes Dragon type until the end of this turn. So looking at that already, you could just be throw this on a Buster Blader deck, just be like, oh wait, hold on, you know, you're now a dragon, so now I have all these bonus, like, you know, damage and negating your effects and stuff like that. And then the second effect is a Synchro, Fusion, or XYZ monster summoned using this card on the field gains this effect. If it battles a dragon type monster, its attack becomes double its current attack during the damage step only. So I don't want to say this is Buster Blader support confirmed, but like, let's be realistic. You know, it's a level 7. It has that ability if it battles a dragon, and also it can turn something into a dragon. That's pretty cool. I'm thinking like Dragon Capture Draw. Like, people might just do some trollsy stuff just for fun. But I mean, Buster Tornado, let's admit, it's not too meta. But at the end of the day, you know, you never know with support cards in this game. Maybe they'll make a spellbook Judgment of the Buster Blader one day. You never know with this game. They do crazy stuff. Neo Galaxy Eye Cipher Dragon. It's a rank 9 that requires 3 level 9, so maybe one person will make this. Like, let's be real here. But anyways, let's check out its effects. So it's got 4,500 attack though. But if this card has Cipher, a Cipher, or Kinetic Soldier as material, Kinetic Soldier, isn't it like a level 2 monster or something like that? I remember it's like it's under level 4 for sure. It's like level 4 or under. That's what I remember. Because I remember I used to side deck that against 6 Samurais and Heroes. But anyways, actually, let me go over this card. Hold on, because this is a pretty relevant card. Kinetic Soldier. Okay, it's a level 3. So Kinetic Soldier is during damage calculation, it gains 2,000 if it battles war. So it's 3,350, some random number, but it's pretty good against anything that is a warrior-based deck. If you guys don't have these, you know, side decking them, it can be a thing. It's not a bad card, nonetheless. It says Kinetic Soldier, right? I don't know how you're supposed to get Kinetic Soldier as material, but whatever. Anyways, once per turn, you can attach up to 3 materials from this card. Other monsters you control cannot attack your opponent directly for the rest of the turn. Also take control of it. Face-up monsters your opponent controls equal to the number of detached until the end phase. The effects of all monsters taken by this effect are negated, and their attack becomes 4,500, and their name becomes Neo Galaxy Ice. Wow, that's kind of cool. You take them all, and then you stack them all, and use XYZ on top of XYZ. So, like, you take everything, although they can't attack directly. I don't know, I feel like it's an overkill card. Like, what deck's gonna make this? I don't know. You guys let me know. I mean, we'll make a deck with it for sure, but is it gonna be meta? Probably not. It just seems strange. Like, it needs Kinetic Soldier. Kinetic Soldier. I don't know. Maybe there's a combo that I don't know of. You guys can make fun of me and be like, you're an idiot. You can really make this easy with Kinetic Soldier. I don't know off the top of my head. But anyways, next up, maybe this will help out with a new Cipher support. So Cipher and Tranger. Anyways, 0 attack, 0 defense. You can only use one of them per turn, only once a turn. You can target a Cipher XYZ monster you control. Attach this card from your hand or graveyard as material to it. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Cipher spell card from your deck to your hand. That's a pretty good effect. Alright, next up we have Rank Up Magic Cipher Ascension. Rank ups, man. Like, we need some support for some rank ups. No one really played those as far as meta goes, but anyways, quick play. Spell card. During the main phase, target 1 Cipher XYZ monster you control to special summon 1 Cipher XYZ monster from your extra deck that is 1 rank higher using the monster you control, and then they get the material as it. And then this card gains 5 attack for each level 4 or higher monster you control. I mean, it's a quick play, so it definitely has like extra utility versus other rank up cards. Next up, more Speedoids. Ooh, okay. So level 1, and so 1-for-1 target, 0 attack. But it's also a tuner. During the battle phase, if you take damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the battle phase that this card is special summoned by its own effect, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, Synchro summon using only when monsters you control, including this card. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material, for Synchros, you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. And if it's a Speedoid monster, the Synchro summon monster gains 1,000 attack. Hey, dude, that's actually pretty decent with the, what was it, Clear Wing or Crystal Wing? Whatever one you want to go for. Hey, that's not bad. Then we have Snow Bell over here. So it's a level 1 wind spellcaster. 100. If you control 2 more wind monsters and you do not control any wind monsters. What? What? Oh, non-wind. Okay, I thought I said if you don't control any wind monsters, dude. I confirm I can't even read. Alright. Anyways, if you control 2 or more wind monsters and you don't control any non-wind monsters, you can activate this effect to special summon this card from your hand. If you Synchro summon a wind monster using this card as Synchro material, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And that's not even that bad at all. Hey, that makes a lot of cards really, really viable, especially when the thing can potentially gain 1,000 attack. That's kind of cool. You can get some of those monsters that are like really, really strong, like where it's like relatively strong on attack and then it can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Anyways, next up we got a level 7 Synchro. Wind spellcaster, 2,400 attack. It requires a tuner and 1 or more non-tuner wind monsters. So you can only use each effect of it once per turn. The first effect is you can target a wind witch monster in your graveyard and inflict tutored damage times its level to your opponent. Okay. During the battle phase, you can target 1 wind witch monster you control to special summon 1 monster with an with equal or lower level from your hand, but it can't attack during this turn. Huh. I mean, at the moment, I think 12 is the highest level, but I don't know if there's going to be a Wind Witch. I mean, so at the most, even at level 12, It's still mediocre for what you can do, but it's not bad. I mean, you can still attack during the turn. I don't think it's that bad. It's a decent card. I don't know what the Wind Witches are. So this is a new archetype, I want to say. Wind Witches. Okay. And then we have some of the more cards that I think I've already covered, the Burgostoma stuff. That's just like showing off them. That doesn't read the full effect anyways, but looks like we're getting some more of the Kaijus. These are exclusive cards that were TCG exclusives, but now OCG is getting them. So OCG players, there you guys go. Next up we have some vanillas. I mean, I don't know if these have... Well, okay, this one has no effect, I'm thinking. This one might have an effect, but it's a pendulum scale of 10 and a pendulum scale of 1. That's a very, very high pendulum scale, regardless of what it does, unless it has some, like, downsides. A pendulum scale of 10 in a vanilla deck, that can be pretty good. If you guys haven't seen, I made a deck a while ago called Vanilla Pendulum, Heart of the Underdog. It was really popular for a few weeks. Maybe we can mess around with that, again, with that the scale of 10, like... That's really huge, and it's got a decent amount, 2,900 attack too. That's not bad. There's a lot of support for normal cards, so maybe we can try that card out as well. Alright, so this one, there's no effect of it, but I just want to show you guys that there's more support coming out for the Dark Magician Girls. And her effect is secret and it'll be revealed later on, but it just lets you guys know that they are still supporting the Choco Magician Kiwi, like all those girls, they're getting a new support card. I have no idea what the heck it does, but I'll update you guys on that once they release the effect. But at least it lets us know that, you know what, even though the deck isn't very meta, later on, you know, it could be pretty good, but... You know, I don't have very high hopes for it. I feel like the ABC deck is just going to eat that deck alive. But I also wanted to quickly mention this. This is an important announcement. This was actually, I believe it was Julia, if you guys know who that is. Anyways, this was posted and it said that the current Forbidden list will be in effect for YCS Toronto and Rimini. Don't message me or post here asking when a new list will be out because I cannot answer you. But those of you wondering if the list will change for either of these events, the answer is no, it will not. So if you're attending either of these events, the ban list will not change. I don't know, it doesn't say that they might, that they're not going to release a new ban list, but it could mean that they'll have a new ban list, but then they're going to be like, yeah, you got to play with the older ban list. I don't know, man. I just think it's so... Why can't you give us a ban list, Konami? Please, I can make a rant for like half an hour on why we should have a ban list date, but nonetheless, yeah, actually, I'll definitely do a video on that, making a rant on like why we need the ban list, because it kind of screws over the players. But nonetheless, yeah, those are the new cards. Let me know, guys, if you're interested in playing anything. For me, as far as what I'm most excited for, I mean, OCG players, you know, you got access to Kaijus. What are you guys excited about? I'm interested in this Wind Witches. Ancient Gears, like, I don't know, I've always liked the Lolly archetype. I mean, I'm more excited about this new Magician Girl, honestly, than anything, and hopefully the deck will be better, because I know all you pervs like me like that kind of stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys give that like button a titty slap, and I'm signing out.